Hi friends, I'm Janet Williams. We at Women of Grace are dedicated to the authentic Catholic spiritual formation of women. It is to this end that we offer you Grace Under Fire to expose the darkness of false spiritualities and contemporary trends.
Hello, you're listening to Grace Under Fire, a podcast of Women of Grace. People ask us all the time if it's okay to bury a statue of St. Joseph upside down in their yard to help sell their house. Is this a superstition? Well, here's a short answer. Yep. According to number 2111 in the Catechism of the Catholic Church, superstition is the deviation of religious feeling and of the practices this feeling imposes. It can even affect the worship we offer the true God. For example, when one attributes an importance in some way magical to certain practices otherwise lawful or necessary. So to attribute the efficacy of prayers or of sacramental signs to their more external performance, apart from the interior dispositions that they demand, is to fall into superstition. In other words, if you pray to St. Joseph and ask for his help in selling your home, this is not a superstition because you're performing a religious act, in this case saying a prayer, with the correct interior disposition, faith in the intercession of St. Joseph. However, when you just put a statue of him upside down in the yard as a kind of good luck charm, you're guilty of superstition because you're attributing the power not to St. Joseph, but to the physical act of putting a statue upside down in the yard. The Reverend Donald H. Calloway refers to this practice as a kind of spiritual bribery. He says, whatever you do, never bury a statue of St. Joseph. People sometimes do this bizarre practice as a form of spiritual bribery, promising to turn St. Joseph's statue right side up only if the house is sold. Such a practice is akin to treating a statue of St. Joseph as a talisman or good luck charm. St. Joseph is your spiritual father, not a trinket. There's no need to bury a statue of him. Now, just for the record, there are some sources that attribute the burying of a statue of St. Joseph to St. Teresa of Avila, who invoked St. Joseph's intercession in order to acquire land for new convents. St. Teresa never buried statues of St. Joseph. She encouraged her companions to bury their St. Joseph medals as a sign that they belonged to God and St. Joseph, not for some superstitious reason. So if you need to sell your home, turn to St. Joseph in prayer and ask for his assistance. As Father Calloway suggests, talk to him, he hears you. The same thing goes for the use of all blessed objects. I have a St. Benedict cross hanging just inside my front door, not because I believe the metal has any power, but because it reminds me to invoke St. Benedict for protection. The Most Reverend Donald Montrose, former Bishop of Stockton, California, explained how superstition manifests itself in our times in a pastoral letter entitled Spiritual Warfare, the Occult Has Demonic Influences. He writes, it doesn't matter if there are statues, holy water, crucifixes, prayers to Jesus, Mary, and the saints. If there is any superstitious practice, it is evil. We must be careful not to use religious medals or statues in a superstitious way. No medal, no statue, nor religious article has any power or luck connected with it. A medal, statue, or candle is only a sign of our prayer, asking the saint to intercede with God for us. All worship is given to God and to him alone. St. Joseph, guardian of the Redeemer, pray for us. Learn more about how to expose the darkness in our culture by visiting our New Age resources at womenofgrace.com.
If you would like more information on how you can participate in a Women of Grace study, contact us at info@womenofgrace.com. Listen to Grace Under Fire every Wacky Wednesday on Women of Grace Live at 11 a.m. Eastern on EWTN Radio.